I was diagnosed in August of 2011. I've been in recovery for about 2-3 years, and I mean, it was a really long struggle to get to where I'm at now.
I had a wonderful experience with a psychologist that had a great explanation, and that is that they see everything in T-O-O-O-O-O. In other words, everything is exaggerated. Either it's negatively exaggerated or it's positively exaggerated. So teens, a lot of times, are doing that anyway. So it's very difficult sometimes to figure out, okay, is this really teen behavior and should I just endure it until it passes and they mature out of it? Or is this something that maybe I need to pay attention to? And looking back on it, I think the fact that she had a hard time focusing, the fact that she couldn't get up in the morning very easily, and that she would come home then and go back to bed for 3 or 4 hours. And I mean, fall dead asleep. Another thing that started happening, and she even didn't mention it, but we have talked about it many times, is that there was a tremendous amount of lying. And people with brain diseases have a different perception of reality.
I was scared the whole time of not really knowing what's wrong with me. I remember, certain times where I'd go up to my mother and say, "What's wrong with me? I don't like feeling like this." And once I finally got the answer to all of my questions, it was kind of like, almost like a sigh of relief that I finally have a name to explain why I'm feeling like this and why I'm acting out the way that I'm acting out. And coming to the acceptance that I have it was actually, they always say accepting it is the first part of your recovery. That is very, very, very true. In my situation, I had hit rock bottom and there was no way to go but up. So in realizing that I had hit my rock bottom, accepting it was the first step to going up.
We have been very fortunate that she is very, very diligent about taking her medication. She sees her psychiatrist and her psychologist on a regular basis. And that is the key to getting well. Just like with any other disease, you take your medication, you see your doctors, you do the PT or whatever is involved, and you get better. It's the same thing with a brain disease. Unfortunately, there are people that don't have the resources and they fall in the cracks and they end up being homeless, or they end up getting sicker and sicker and sicker and maybe become violent. And this is what we're trying to, as what NAMI and especially our group here in Edmond is trying so hard, is number one, make people aware that this is a disease. It is not a condition. It is not something to be afraid of. It is a disease. It is treatable. You are able to recover. You can lead a normal life, a relatively normal life. They can hold jobs if the employers understand what's going on. They can be married. They can have families, all the normal things. But there are a lot of roadblocks out there right now because they can't get the care that they need to have.
The fact that I had gone through what I had gone through, and I faced a lot of darkness, and I have been able to pull myself out of it with the help of professionals and medication and everything like that. I want to encourage people that no matter how hard your situation is, you can make the best of your life. No life is worth wasting. And I am a firm believer in that now, even though I was suicidal for about a year. I want people to be educated about the certain types of illnesses that are out there. I mean, just like people are raising awareness for breast cancer and those kinds of things, well, we want to do the same thing. We want to educate people about these certain illnesses. There's all kinds of different illnesses associated with this. So You know, we want people to understand that there are certain actions that people do, but there's an explanation for it. There's no reason to attach a stigma or judge people because they have a mental illness. And I want to use what I'm doing with the pageants that I'm doing and really bring a light to others that you can achieve what you want to achieve in life despite what you may think that you're going through.